Inching through 3 and 4, we're green. Dust settles out at turn number 2. Randy Reeser goes to the race lead. We are 3 wide for third. Scott Newberry making moves down on the inside in the number 11. He's going to try to make a move on the number 71 of Riley Ainsworth. Ainsworth goes high. Give it to Newberry. Ferguson will slip up into that third spot. He's going to look for the number 11 of Newberry. Newberry going to go high through 1 and 2 for a moment. Then he crosses back down to the bottom. Newberry has caught our leader, Randy Reeser. Reeser going to try to protect the bottom side through 3 and 4. Newberry looking down to the bottom, trying to open the door. The 11S is going to go up to the high side. Now he's going to slide it back down to the bottom. We're side by side for the race lead. Give it to Scott Newberry. Newberry going to lead down to the stripe as we hit 3 laps in of a scheduled 8. Ferguson looking down to the bottom of the number 30. That is your battle for second as he's going to try to bring the number 6H of Hunter Krugel in tow. Ferguson moves up into that second spot. Randy Reeser continues to slide back. He is in the clutches of the number 6H. Hunter Krugel going to go back down low and take that third spot now, as he will set his sights on the number 25 of Scott Ferguson. Excuse me, Danny Ferguson. He's about half a straightaway away from the number 11S of Newberry. Newberry going to see 2 laps to go this time by. Ferguson trying to run him down as Newberry's going to run down to the bottom and take 2 laps to go this time. As they head through 3 and 4, Ferguson going to hold up high. Hunter Krugel trying to make it a race for second, as we're going to see the white flag this time. Newberry with a little bit of a slip there, but not enough to bring the other cars back to him. White flag is out. 1 more trip around for the number 11. Scott Newberry going to sail it through 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag. Scott Newberry, your heat race winner. Danny Ferguson will finish second. Then it'll be Hunter Krugel in third. Randy Reeser will come home with a respectable 4th place. Colin Tiefatiller in 5th. Then it'll be Bradley Cox and Riley Ainsworth rounding out this one. Inching through 3 and 4. David Thompson and Rick Sopp set the pace. We're green. Thompson going to lead down into turn number 1. He's got Rick Sopp right behind him. Once again, 3 wide for third at the start. But now we're going to go side by side, door to door through 3 and 4 for the race lead. Rick Sopp going to settle back into that second spot. He's going to jump back down to the bottom and try to make a move. He does not get there. David Thompson leads lap number 1. They're going to go both to the high side. Bondi Cannon slides up through the middle. Here comes Keaton Adams. Adams up into the 4th spot. Adams lost a couple spots and gained him right back down the backstretch. Now he's looking for third. Meanwhile, up front, David Thompson getting that car way sideways in the number 33T. He's trying to run away up front as he's got about a 6 to 7 car length lead on Rick Sopp. Equates to almost a half straightaway. Bondi Cannon sitting in that 3rd spot. Now the closest race on the field is that 4th position. Colton Mooney going down to the bottom. He's going to try to make a move on the number 66K of Keaton Adams. Adams trying to hold on to the position, and he does out of turn number 4. Here comes the number 628 back down to the bottom. Now they'll slide up to the top. Rick Sopp sitting in that 2nd spot after missing a week here at Monarch Motor Speedway. He's back in the familiar number 59 and having a good run so far. We'll see how it lasts the rest of the night, as the next time we come by to go here in heat race number 2. David lead. We got a gaggle of cars running for that 3rd spot. Colton Mooney going to try back down to the bottom and get around Keaton Adams for 4th. Adams holds strong. As they come back around, they're going to see the white flag. David Thompson, one more trip around. Keaton Adams trying to split the difference for 3rd. He slides up through the middle and almost gets there. Colton Mooney had to check up. Mooney will slide back in the clutches of Cottle. As David Thompson comes back around and takes the checkered flag, your winner. Rick Sopp will finish in 2nd. Then it will be Bondi Cannon in 3rd. Keaton Adams in the 4th position. Colton Mooney rounds out your top 5 with Shane Henson. And just the number 25 from Edgewood, Texas, that is Greg Hammett. In the number 2X from Lubbock, Texas, that'll be Brandon Williams with the number 13 from Edgewood, Texas of Jeff Hammett. In the number 02 from Wichita Falls, that is Bobby Miller. The number 40 from Burke Burnett of Timothy Newell. We are green down the front stretch. Boatwright and Hammett set the pace. Boatwright slides back and gets passed by both Hammets. As Greg Hammett goes to the race lead, Jeff Hammett to 2nd. Now the number 2X of Brandon Williams looking down to the bottom of the number 22K. The dominant number 22K from Ardmore sliding back into the 3rd spot, and now the Hammets are going to go after each other for the race lead. Greg Hammett is your race leader. Jeff Hammett going down to the bottom. They're going to try to go side by side to the line. It is Greg in the 25. Now here comes Cody Boatwright trying to throw his name back into the mix. Car pushes a little bit and he has to slide back. Jeff Hammett going to go right back down to the bottom in that number 13 machine. They're going to try to go door to door to the line, and that is a close one so far. Greg Hammett holds on. Jeff Hammett trying it on the inside. Cody Boatwright giving him a shove. Boatwright going to go up top now and try to go around Jeff Hammett for that 2nd position. Now they all go up top as they freight train around the top side. Here comes Jeff Hammett back down to the bottom. He's going to give Greg a little bit of a nudge down into turn number 3. Jeff Hammett trying to throw the number 25 of Greg Hammett off his game as they go back down through 1 and 2. You can throw a blanket over your top 3. Now we're trying to go 3 wide for the race lead as Cody Boatwright looked up there and thought better of it entering turn number 3. We have 2 laps to go. New leader at the line, that is Jeff Hammett. Jeff Hammett, your new leader. Now the number 2X of Brandon Williams trying to make his name known for the top 3. As we're going to see the white flag this time. One more trip around. Cody Boatwright's going to slip into the clutches of the number 2X of Brandon Williams. He's getting a little bit of a run out of turn number 3. If he can just capitalize, he'll get up in that top 2. They're going to go side by side for 2nd as the checkered flag flies for Jeff Hammett. Greg Hammett will finish 2nd. Cody Boatwright will come home 3rd. Then caution lights go out. We're green. Jed Hayes going to jump out to the early lead. Danny Smith looking on the outside. We are side by side for the on the backstretch. Danny Smith going to go back down to the bottom and settle behind the number 83 as Jed Hayes leads lap number 1. JT Kelly moves up into that 3rd spot. Emily Lowry running in the 4th position, stacking up the 2 cars right behind her as Dwayne Baker and Ty Williams trying to work around her. Jed Hayes going to try to spread his lead out. He's out to a half a straightaway advantage on the number $5. Danny Smith trying to keep up with the number 83, but so far not able to hit the same groove as Jed Hayes. JT Kelly having a good showing so far in this heat race, running in that 3rd spot. So he's going to try to stay away from Lowry, Baker, and Williams, who are running for that 4th position. Dwayne Baker going to look to the outside. This is your battle for fourth. Emily Lowry crowds the top side down the front stretch. Here comes Baker back to the high side. He jumps the cushion through 1 and 2. Ty Williams will go down to the bottom, and that is your battle for the fourth position. Halfway home that time for Jet Hayes. He's got Danny Smith in tow. Danny Smith trying to run him down up front. Back through the pack, Emily Lowry still sitting in that fourth spot, but Dwayne Baker giving her everything he's got to try to get around that number $5 machine. A little bit of tire smoke coming off the right rear of that number $5. As they head down the backstretch, Baker trying to run around that car, but Emily Lowry making it about 3 lanes wide there in that fourth position. Jet Hayes up front looking great so far. 2 laps to go this time for him and Danny Smith. He'll sail it down the back stretch, and he will see the white flag this time by 1 more trip around for Jet Hayes. For the final time for Jet Hayes, checkered flag flies. Your winner's Jet Hayes. Danny Smith will finish second, then it will be J.T. Kelly in the third position. Fourth will go to Emily Lowry in the $5 machine, then it'll be Dwayne Baker and Ty Williams rounding out this one. Inching through 3 and 4. They step on the loud pedal. We're green. Blake Scott will lead down into turn number 1. He's going to go up to the high side in the number 29 SJ. Chris Kelly going to slide up into that second spot in the number 32K. He's going to challenge for the race lead out of turn number 3. He'll go down to the bottom in turn number 1 and go side by side with the number 29S. Blake Scott going to continue to lead through 1 and 2. Dean Drake Jr. now with a contention from Kevin Ramey. Chris Scott to the outside, new leader at the line. Chris Kelly to the race lead in the number 32K. Blake Scott back to second, and they'll go back at it again through 3 and 4. Dean Drake Jr. now sliding up towards that number 29S, trying to contend for the second position. Blake Scott with a head of steam down the backstretch now. He'll challenge for the lead. Chris Kelly had an issue coming out of turn number 2, but he's back on the gas and back to the lead. Blake Scott going to go back down to the bottom and try to challenge for the race lead. Once again, it has been a great race up front so far. A puff of smoke coming out of the number 32K, but he'll continue to lead at halfway. Kevin Ramey now all over the back bumper of that number 77, the Jambo number 5. Ran down the 77 of Dean Drake Jr. and going to challenge for that spot now. He'll slide down to the bottom. Dean Drake Jr. will go up high. Ramey not able to capitalize through 1 and 2, but he's going to try it back down to 3 and 4. Blake Scott within 2 car lengths of your race leader, Chris Kelly. Kelly continues to lead. Now Dean Drake Jr. with a head of steam down the front stretch. He'll go through 1 and 2, heading down into 3 and 4 and trying to catch the number 29S. 2 laps to go this time for Chris Kelly. Kelly going to run the high side right now with the number 29S of Blake Scott in tow. Scott trying to run down Kelly. As they head through 3 and 4, they're going to see the white flag. 1 more trip around for Chris Kelly. Track starting to come in nicely up top as Chris Kelly going to sail it down the backstretch for the final time. Through 3 and 4, your heat race winner, that's Chris Kelly. Blake Scott will finish second, then it'll be Dean Drake Jr. in third. Kevin Ramey will come home in the 4th spot. Brandon Voigt, it's R.J. Jones, we're green. Cole Trigant will lead through 1 and 2. He'll sail down the backstretch. He's got the number 15 in tow. That is Cale Westover. Westover trying to run him down up front. Westover always quick, whether in a sport mod or modified here at Monarch Motor Speedway. And he is showing it right now as he has run up to second. He started in that fourth position. And he has effectively caught your race leader. He's going to try to make the moves up front on Cole Troggett. Troggett, your race leader in the number 9, but Cale Westover is lurking there in second. One car did not answer the call. That was the number 30 of John Nemitz. Excuse me, John Nemitz is the one out there. The number 30R, RJ Jones, is not. Cole Troggett continuing to lead up front. Whoa, as I'm talking about him, Nemitz goes around. Green flag in the air. We are underway once again. Cole Troggett will lead through 1 and 2. Cale Westover not able to keep up with the number 9 through 1 and 2. They'll sail it down the backstretch. Jay Sale, speaking of Sale, will go down to the bottom and try to make a move for that third spot in the number 64. Jay Sale started in the 7th position. David Tanner in that spot. They're going to try to go side by side for third. Jay Sale will run it back down to the bottom. One car off the pace, pulls it into the infield. That is the number 44 of Austin Carter. Austin Carter started on the front row and now finds himself in the pits. 2 laps to go that time by. They're going to see the white flag this time from Cole Troggett. 1 lap left in this one. Jay Sale looking down to the bottom. David Tanner trying to hold up top as they head down the backstretch for the final time. Cole Troggett will lead off turn number 4. He'll take the checkered flag and win heat race number 1. Cale Westover will finish second. Then it'll be David Tanner, Jay Sale in 4th, Jay Baggett in 5th, with Brandon Pinson coming home in the 6th position. John. So they inch through 3 and 4. Mike Little and Brandon Decker going to set the pace. Off turn number 4, we're green. Sean Merkel and Kobe Adams not answering the call for this one. Brandon Decker going to lead out of turn number 2. He'll go down the backstretch. Mike Little will settle in that 2nd spot. Billy Adams gets shuffled back to 5th. Tyler Webb going to go down to the bottom. Mike Little on the top side. That is your battle for second. Webb down to the inside. Little running the cushion on the outside. He's holding the spot for now. Tyler Webb back down to the bottom trying to make the move. He's got it out of turn number 2, but Mike Little not going away just yet. Webb back down to the bottom trying to crowd the number 132. As Little just not going away there for that 2nd position. Mike Little running the high side in the number 132. Tyler Webb down to the inside. They're going to go door to door through 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Brandon Decker has checked out up front. And now Trevor Foley trying to throw his name into the mix for this battle for second. Trevor Foley now to the back bumper of the number 56W of Tyler Webb. Tyler Webb trying to make the move, but just cannot put Mike Little away. Mike Little holding strong on the outside. Now Webb will take the spot down the backstretch. Mike Little going to go down to the bottom. They'll swap down into turn number 4. 2 laps to go. Brandon Decker has checked out up front. Tyler Webb now solidly in that 2nd spot as the white flag comes out. One more trip around. Mike Little getting sideways. Him and Foley getting together just a little bit. Foley going to back off just a little bit. Mike Little going back down to the bottom. He's got Trevor Foley on the outside. Checkered flag for Brandon Decker. Tyler Webb finishes second. Trevor Foley takes that third spot. Mike Little in fourth. From Wichita Falls, Texas, that is Peyton Zentgraf. Sean Merkel missed his heat race. He's out here with this group. Peyton Zentgraf not answering the calls. We are green. Aaron Alley goes down to the bottom. He makes the move for second. Harry down through 3 and 4. Here comes Rob Bland down to the bottom. Fun dip Rob Bland into that third spot in the number 16 machine. He's going to run the high sign, try to get around Aaron Alley, but he is going to have to contend with Trey Fry now. Trey Fry trying to make the move. The 38 of Joseph Britton off the pace as here comes Aaron Alley down to the bottom of Kelly Terry. Terry continues to lead, but Alley challenging down to the bottom. Kelly Terry continuing to lead up top. Aaron Alley now off the pace, running in that second spot. Alley going to pull it into the infield. His heat race is done. Rob Bland going to run into that second spot. He's going to try to run down Kelly Terry up front. That is your battle for the lead. Kelly Terry in the number 3 machine continues to lead. The Wichita Falls driver, the Cyril, Oklahoma driver of Rob Bland to the outside. They're going to go door to door off turn number 4 to the line. Rob Bland gets the lead. New leader Rob Bland in the number 16 machine. He was going to go to Meeker tonight. Saw him make the choice to come down here instead after rain challenged the racing up there. And it looks like he made the right decision as he is up front. 2 laps to go, that time by for the number 16 machine as he runs the high side through 1 and 2. Kelly Terry going to try to run him back down the back stretch. Just does not quite have the horsepower so far. White flag is out. One more trip around for Rob Bland up front. He's going to sail it down the backstretch. Something slowing on the number 3. He comes to a near stop down the backstretch as the checkered flag flies. Rob Bland wins. Trey Fry in second. Sean Merkel in third. And Carey home in that 4th spot. Joseph Brenton in number 46. Number 41, that'll be Josh Canoyer with the number 29J of Jonathan Powers. That'll be Thomas Walp with the number 22K of James Farmer. We're green. Braden Wyatt will jump out to the area. Down to the bottom and challenge for second. He's got it. Jonathan Powers out of a cannon down the backstretch. He'll move to second. Jonathan Powers with some power down on the inside. Canoyer will hold on to second for now, but Powers is lurking there in the 3rd spot. They're going to try to go side by side for second as he challenges once again in the number 29J. Braden Wyatt will lead up front in that 65, but the race on the surface is for second. Josh Canoyer on the outside. Jonathan Powers on the inside. They're going to go door to door through 3 and 4. Powers pushes off of turn number 4. Give it to Canoyer for now. James Farmer up into that 4th spot, getting around Walp and Alexander. Jonathan Powers going to take it back to the high side once again and try to run down the number 41 of Canoyer. Canoyer sitting in that 2nd spot. Up front, Braden Wyatt starting to stretch his lead just a little bit. Canoyer and Powers trying to keep him close. Thomas Walp went for a 360 down in turn number 4. No caution. Powers going to look back down to the bottom of Canoyer. They're going to try to go side by side off of turn number 2. Powers has been strong off the bottom down in turn number 2. He'll go to the high side through 3 and 4. 2 laps to go for Braden Wyatt. Canoyer goes to the high side, Powers down to the bottom. That is your battle for second. They're going to come through 3 and 4 and see the white flag. One more trip around for the limited mods. Canoyer sitting in that second spot, still has Powers lurking right behind him. They both run against the wall through 1 and 2. Braden Wyatt through 3 and 4, running the cushion. He'll see the checkered flag. Your winner, Braden Wyatt. Josh Canoyer will finish second. Then it'll be Jonathan Powers, James Farmer in fourth, Jason Alexander in fifth, and then in the sixth spot will be the number 51. That is Thomas Walp. Green flag in the air, we are underway. Cadence Parker will jump out to the early lead in the number 2P. Cooper T. Fatiller going to go down to the bottom in that number 4T. Jacob Alford back down to the bottom. Contact with Alford and T. Fatiller. T. Fatiller will go around and Alford will go through the infield. Contact between the two, but we keep them going. We stay green. The 12A will receive a warning there. Cadence Parker out front in the number 2P. Kevin Bourne in that second spot. Then it will be Cooper T. Fatiller and Jacob Alford. 6 laps, the scheduled distance. Next time by will be halfway home. As we got a little bit of contact there for second. Cooper T. Fatiller moving up on the outside. Now we got a challenge for the lead as Cadence Parker goes high out of turn number 2. Give it to Cooper T. Fatiller down through 3 and 4. 2 laps to go this time by as Cooper T. Fatiller continues to lead. Kevin Bourne into that second spot in the number 45. Cooper T. Fatiller will see the white flag. One more trip around for the driver from Iowa Park. Kevin Bourne sitting in that second spot. Cadence Parker just having a little bit of issues off of exit on turn 2. Checkered flag will fly for Cooper T. Fatiller. Kevin Bourne will finish second. Then it will be the 12A of Jacob Alford. Inching through 3 and 4. The step on the loud pedal, we're green. Sean Kiley and O.C. Hunt will battle down into turn number 1, your race lead. O.C. Hunt going to go on the outside. Sean Kiley down on the inside. Jamie Hatcher around in turn number 2. She'll get it back straight. We go green. Sean Kiley looking for the race lead. O.C. Hunt is your leader in the number 13H. He'll sail it down the back stretch in that number 13H machine. Sean Kiley running him down up front. As Scotty Kelton will hold on to that third spot. And they come back around, though we'll see halfway home this time. O.C. Hunt continues to lead up front. Sean Kiley in that second spot. Scotty Kelton in the third position, making his EcoMod debut. Something wrong with the number 49. Jamie Hatcher goes around in the number 814. She'll keep it going. We stay green. O.C. Hunt running down to the bottom. Sean Kiley on the outside. White flag is out. One more trip around. O.C. Hunt will lead down through 3 and 4. Kiley getting way sideways. He saves it, but got up in the marbles up top. O.C. Hunt will come around 3 and 4. Checkered flag will fly. O.C. Hunt wins the Eco-Mod heat race. Sean Kiley will finish second. Then it'll be Jamie Hatcher coming home in third. And fourth will go to Scotty Kelton. Ladies and gentlemen, that number 66, that'll be Keaton Adams with the number 14 tee of Colin Tiefetiller. In the number 628, that will be Colton Mooney, the 30 of Randy Reeser, the 5-star of Shane Hansen, the number 86 of Bradley Cox, the 05 of Justin Cottle, the 71R of Riley Ainsworth were green. Scott Newberry will lead down the front or back stretch. He will have David Thompson down to the inside, making a move on Hunter Krugel. That is your battle for second. Yellow flag is out for the 05 of Justin Cottle. Cottle stopping at the bottom with the number 86 of Bradley Cox. Did not quite. Newberry starting up front. Off of turn number 4, we're green. Hunter Krugel will lead down into turn number 1. Newberry. Whoa, one card hard in the wall. And Tiefetiller hard. Getting word Justin Cottle had a coolant leak in that number 05. That is why he brought it into the pit area. Green flag in the air once again. We are racing into turn number 1. Scott Newberry will lead out of turn number 2. Hunter Krugel down the backstretch on the outside. He's got David Thompson down to the inside. David Thompson trying to make a move on Hunter Krugel. That is your battle for second. 15 laps the scheduled distance in this one. We are 1 away. Hunter Krugel stalking the number 11S up front. Scott Newberry holding strong. We got a battle back through. Bonnie Cannon down to the inside. Rick Sopp trying to make a move. That is your battle for 5th. Sopp trying to go to the high side, and now he's going to have to contend with the number 66 of Keaton Adams. Keaton Adams down to the bottom. They're going to go side by side. That is the battle for 6th as Bonnie Cannon trying to get around the number 25 of Ferguson. David Thompson looking back down to the bottom in that number 33 tee. He's got second as the yellow comes out. Colton Mooney coming to a stop at the top of turn number 4. Here we come through 3 and 4. Newberry will set the pace. Slow pace out of turn number 4. We're green. Newberry will lead down into turn number 1. David Thompson takes the top side and will move up into second. Here comes Hunter Krugel back down to the bottom, but Krugel no match for the number 33 tee down into turn 3. David Thompson up front, up top in that number 33 tee, trying to take away the top spot. Bonnie Cannon, meanwhile, working on Hunter Krugel. That is the battle for 3rd. Hunter Krugel takes the shot through 1 and 2 and launches out of a cannon. He gets up next to the number 33 tee and tries to make a side-by-side race for 2nd. Krugel holding down on the inside. Now Bonnie Cannon coming up top. Ferguson with major issues in that number 25. He'll pull it off into the infield. Front end damage to that number 25 machine. Keaton Adams making a move down on the inside on Bonnie Cannon. That is the battle for 4th. Bonnie Cannon on the outside. Keaton Adams on the inside. They're going to go side by side, door to door off turn number 2. Keaton Adams driving it in deep down on the bottom. Bondi Cannon with a little bit more momentum up top. Scott Newberry running away up front. Colton Mooney slowly making his way back up through the field. He is now challenging Rick Supp and Shane Henson. That is your battle for the 6th and 7th position. Side by side for third is Bondi Cannon looking underneath Hunter Krugel. Krugel holding up on top. Bondi Cannon down on the inside, and they're going to continue to go side by side. Riley Ainsworth going to pull it off in the infield. Something wrong with that car now. It goes back up to speed. Scott Newberry has been strong all race long, and he is trying to run away up front. David Thompson sitting in that second spot. Not faster, but not slower than the top car. Bondi Cannon officially moves up into that third spot. He gets around the number 6H of Hunter Krugel. Krugel back on the outside. Bondi Cannon going to run away on the inside. Keaton Adams, in that 5th spot, making all kinds of strides this year in that number 66, just getting better each and every week. He'll go down to the bottom and try to challenge Hunter Krugel for that 4th spot. We got 3 cars in contention for 3rd. Colton Mooney now up into that 6th spot as we're going to see 2 laps to go this time. 2 laps to go for Scott Newberry. He'll sail it through 3 and 4 and see the white flag this time. 1 more trip around. He'll run the top side in 1 and 2. Keaton Adams making the move for 4th. He's got it off turn 2. But to the checkered flag, Scott Newberry will win in the number 11S. David Thompson will finish 2nd. Then it will be Bondi Cannon, Hunter Krugel, and Keaton Adams rounding out your top 5. Colton Mooney saves a 6th place finish. Then it'll be Rick Supp, Randy Reeser.
Lights out, guys. Lights out. Turn 4, come.
Caution light goes out. We're going green. Jeff Hammett sets the pace. We're green. Something amiss with that 25. It just goes right to the back once again. Jeff Hammett in the number 13 going to be your leader. Down the backstretch, Cody Boatwright going to go down to the bottom. Boatwright going to challenge for the lead, but give lap number 1 to Jeff Hammett. Down to the inside, Cody Boatwright will challenge once again Jeff Hammett on the outside in the number 13. They're going to go door to door down the front stretch. Boatwright digs down to the bottom. Jeff Hammett continues to go up top. With a strong challenge now as Greg Hammett will pull it off in the infield. Cody Boatwright inching down to the bottom. Jeff Hammett is your race leader, but Boatwright is knocking on the door every single turn. The 2X of Brandon Williams will move up into that 3rd spot. He gets around Newell and Bobby Miller. Miller and Newell will battle it out for that 4th spot. Cody Boatwright digging down low once again. He's got the lead out of turn 2. Can he make it stick? They're going to go door to door through 3 and 4 once again. Jeff Hammett on the outside, Cody Boatwright down on the inside. Hammett will inch him at the line. But Boatwright with the advantage now out of turn number 2. Whoa! Contact between the two. As Boatwright clears the 13, he'll try to stretch the race lead now as that back bumper starting to hang a little bit. Bobby Miller going to make the move up into that third position. He'll set his sights on Jeff Hammett running in that second spot. 7 laps in of his scheduled 15. Cody Boatwright running strong up front. He'll sail it through 3 and 4 and see halfway home this time. Jeff Hammett closes the gap a little bit through 1 and 2. We'll see if he has anything for him through 3 and 4. They keep it around the bottom as Bobby Miller and Brandon Williams will be the first takers up top. Next time by, we'll see 5 to go. Can Cody Boatwright hold on up front, or will Jeff Hammett have a run here late? Boatwright making his second appearance of the year here at Monarch Motor Speedway. Multiple-time track champion over in Ardmore, Oklahoma, at Southern Oklahoma Speedway. As they hit lap number 11, Jeff Hammett starting to see his chances slip away up front. He's keeping a respectable distance with the number 22, but his time is running away. Jeff Hammett trying to stay with your race leader. As they come back around, 2 laps to go for Cody Boatwright. Will Jeff Hammett be able to make a move and get up next to the 22K? He's got a lap and a half to do something. Timothy Newell pulls it off into the infield. As they come back around, white flag is out. One more trip around. The Ardmore, Oklahoma native up front. He'll shut it down to the bottom through 1 and 2. He'll sail it down the backstretch and hit 3 and 4. Jeff Hammett nowhere near. Cody Boatwright up front. Checkered flag will fly. Cody Boatwright takes the A feature. Jeff Hammett will finish second. Bobby Miller in third. Then it'll be Brandon Williams in the 4th spot.
Well, guys, let him hear you. He's climbing out of the race car. The 22K of Cody Boatwright. Cody, you had a great battle with the 13 of Hammett through the first half of this race. You know, it was side-by-side racing action. You had the bottom, he had the top, but you were able to drive back around him on the bottom. So just take us through those first few laps and what it took to get around that 13 of Hammett.
Well, he was really fast on the top, and man, the only choice I had was to run the bottom. I didn't want to follow him, obviously, but you know, I kept working on him. He kept pulling me off of turn 4, and I was really good off of 2. So you know, it finally worked out in my favor. I'm glad it did. We got together a little bit on the back straightaway. I'm not sure if I come up on him or not. If I did, I apologize, but feels good to get the first win for 2021.
Well, Cody, congratulations. Thank you for coming out to Monarch, and we hope to see you next time. Ladies and gentlemen, let him hear you, Cody Boatwright.
Dean Drake Jr., Blake Scott will set the pace through 3 and 4. It's time to drop the hammer. Green flag in the air. We are racing into turn number 1. Dean Drake Jr. will lead down into turn number 1. Danny Smith going to go up to the high side. We're going to go 3 wide for second. Give it to Danny Smith as Blake Scott falls to 4th. Danny Smith going to the high side. Dean Drake Jr. down on the inside. Dean Drake Jr. will lead lap number 1. Danny Smith going to work the high side. He's got it out of turn number 2. Dean Drake going to go back down to the bottom, but give it to Danny Smith. Danny Smith will run the cushion through 3 and 4. He'll lead lap number 2 and trying to set Dean Drake Jr. in his dust. He is running right along the wall in that number $5 car. Jet Hayes, meanwhile, up in that fourth spot, making his move. He's going to try to make the move around Chris Kelly for third. They're going to go side by side. It's going to be Jet Hayes at the line. Hayes is going to try to run down your second place runner in the number 77. That is Dean Drake Jr., but Chris Kelly not going away just yet. Windy conditions have definitely slicked off this racetrack, but it is making a driver's racetrack right now. Blake Scott trying to run down underneath Kevin Ramey. Kevin Ramey up into the top 5. Jet Hayes setting his sights. He is the second car to go up to the top as Dean Drake Jr. going to hold down to the bottom. Jetman Hayes up into that third spot. Ty Williams trying to work around the number $5 of Emily Lowry, as they've also got JT Kelly right in front of them. Track really slicking off for these sprint cars, as you have got to take every advantage. Down the backstretch, Danny Smith continues to lead up front. Dean Drake Jr. advancing just a little bit on your race leader as they're Kevin Ramey now working on the number 32 of Chris. Ramey up top, Kelly down on the bottom. Give it to door down into turn 3. Allison, so far she is the hard charger. She is up into that fifth position. Give it to Allison Slayton. Danny Smith now reaching lap traffic in the form of the number 29B, Dwayne Baker. Baker holding strong down on the inside, but he's about to go down one lap, being the first car down a lap. JT Kelly right in front of them as well, but Danny Smith cannot quite make the move on Dwayne Baker, and Dean Drake Jr. has caught your leader. Danny Smith going to try to split the difference, but just can't get through lap traffic right now, and Dean Drake Jr. going to try to take the advantage. Dean Drake Jr. down on the inside. Now they'll swap down into turn number 3. Danny Smith continues to lead, but for how long? He splits the difference as Dwayne Baker off the pace there momentarily. Dean Drake Jr. going to go back down to the bottom, and they have a battle for the race lead. Meanwhile, Jet Hayes continuing to run third, but here comes Kevin Ramey. Ramey down to the inside. He's got it. Ramey to third. Halfway home that time for Danny Smith. Danny Smith continues to lead. Dean Drake Jr. in that second spot. Danny has exactly what Dean Drake does not want him to have, and that's open field in front of him. Allison Slayton making a move on Kevin Ramey. That is a battle for fourth. Slayton trying to take advantage. She does. A great split maneuver down the front stretch. Allison Slayton up into that fourth spot. She's going to look for third from Jet Hayes. Hayes and Slayton running the bottom side. That is your battle for the third position. Slayton going to slice up through the middle with Hayes. She closes the gap down out of turn number 2. Allison Slayton will go up to the top side in that number 6 car and lose a little bit of ground down the front stretch. Danny Smith is approaching lap traffic once again in the form of Ty Williams. This time, Dean Drake Jr. nowhere near the number $5 sign. Allison Slayton continuing to work on the number 83 of Jet Hayes. That is your battle for third. They both run the inside lane. Now Slayton goes up high. She'll cut it back down to the bottom as now Danny Smith is working around lap traffic. He'll put Dwayne Baker another lap down in the number 29B. This time the lane is opened up for Danny Smith to try to run away. He's now got 3 cars in between him and second. A driver's racetrack right now, elbows up. You got to be able to drive through this slick. He's working on the number 29S of Blake Scott, trying to put him one lap down. Dean Drake Jr. trying to run down your race leader, but he's got 2 cars in between him and the leader. Allison Slayton, meanwhile, still working on third. She's sitting in that 4th spot in the number 6 machine. Jet Hayes sitting in third in the number 83. Jet Hayes will run down to the bottom. Allison Slayton will cut through the middle. One car getting way sideways in front of your leaders. That was Emily Lowry. She'll pull it off in the infield. Danny Smith continuing to tick off laps. As he runs down to the bottom, this has been a caution-free race so far. Dean Drake Jr. going to try to get around the lap car there. He's got 1 car in between him and Danny Smith, but a straightaway advantage for Danny so far. Jet Hayes getting out to a little bit of an advantage on that 3rd spot, but Allison Slayton stuck behind a lap car. Kevin Ramey trying to capitalize as Blake Scott pulls into the infield. Ramey trying to capitalize and move back up into that 4th spot. He's going to go back down to the bottom. Allison Slayton up top. Slayton shuts the door out of turn number 2. Danny Smith sees 2 laps to go in the number 5 dollar. He'll sail it down the backstretch. He has been slicing through lap traffic like butter the last few laps. And now he's got JT Kelly in front of him with the white flag. 1 more trip around. Danny Smith down to the bottom side off of turn number 4. Your A feature winner is Danny Smith. Dean Drake Jr. will come home 2nd. Then it'll be Jet Hayes in 3rd. Allison Slayton in the 4th spot with Kevin Ramey rounding out your top 5. From there it'll be Chris Kelly in the 6th spot.
Thanks, Jake. Danny, man, you led that thing green to checkered. You know, you got into some lap traffic about halfway to go. How were you able to maneuver through that and keep the 77 of Dean Drake behind you?
It's just pure D-luck, boys. This is just an old man out here having a little fun.
Well, you did a great job. You had a great run. Ladies and gentlemen, let them hear you. The $5.
Two cars not answering the call. Actually, Alston Carter has answered the call. So the 1 car not answering the call, the number 30 R of R.J. Jones, as they inch through 3 and 4. Green flag in the air. We are underway. Cale Westover will lead down the backstretch. Cole Troggett into that 2nd spot. Jay Sale will go down to the bottom. He is in that 3rd position. David Tanner and Jay Baggett going to go side by side. That is the battle for 4th. Cale Westover leads up front. Cole Troggett trying to run him down. Troggett will run down to the bottom in that number 9 machine. Jay Sale sitting in that 3rd spot. David Tanner into 4th as Jay Baggett gets shuffled back all the way to 7th. Brandon Pinson up into that 5th spot after starting in that 7th position. He's going to continue moving up front. He'll run it down to the bottom with the number D25 right in front of him. John Nemitz in tow. Up front, it is all Cale Westover. Started on the pole. And he's trying to run down lap traffic in the form of the number 44 of Austin Carter. Cole Troggett trying to run him down for that race lead, but just cannot quite get back with the number 15W. Jay Sale sitting in that 3rd spot trying to run him down as well. 5 laps into a scheduled 20. Cale Westover now with Cole Troggett closing the gap through 3 and 4. Can Cole Troggett make the moves and get into the race lead once again? Troggett going to look back down low. Cale Westover leaving plenty of room down on the inside. Troggett going to run down the back stretch, trying to diamond it off turn number 4. He is right on the back bumper of Cale Westover. Can he make this a fight up front? Troggett going to run it back down the back stretch with the number 15W of Cale Westover down on the inside. Westover continues to lead. He's led 11 so far. Troggett trying to run him down. Jay Sale trying to stay with him, just cannot catch the number 9 and the number 15 up front. Side-by-side racing for 4th as Brandon Pinson makes the move. David Tanner going to have to settle into that 5th spot. He's got John Nemitz right behind them. And Cale Westover and Troggett going to slowly catch these cars and try to start putting them a lap down. Cale Westover running the bottom side to perfection. He's got Cole Troggett all over the back bumper. Troggett with a run down the back stretch. Can Troggett look underneath the number 15W once again? 14 laps into a scheduled 20, and the laps are winding down. Troggett now with a bumper underneath the number 15. Can Cale Westover hold on, or will Cole Troggett trying to play spoiler? Troggett was your heat race winner. Cale Westover ran second, I do believe. As they're approaching lap traffic, this is Cole Troggett's chance. Can he use lap traffic to his advantage? He is all over the back bumper of that number 15W. He gives him the shove out of turn number 2. They're both behind Jay Baggett. Troggett going to take his shot here. Can he make it stick? He does not so far. Westover now moving around Jay Baggett. Troggett going to go down to the bottom and try to run around him. Westover diamonds through 3 and 4, causing Baggett to slow down. 2 laps to go that time for Cale Westover. Cole Troggett now trying to get around Jay Baggett. Baggett on the inside, Cole Troggett on the outside. That is Troggett trying to run back down the number 15W. White flag is out. One more trip around for Cale Westover. He's got David Tanner now in between him and Cole Troggett. Troggett goes around David Tanner with relative ease. They're going to go down through 3 and 4. Troggett trying it on the outside. He spins it out. Cale Westover will win. Cole Troggett tried everything and ended up with it facing the wrong way.
Cale, you led that thing green to checker, and the 9 of Cole Trout was all over your bumper through most of it. Just take us through those last few laps and tell us what it felt like having to go through that lap traffic when it was single file like that.
Yeah, I knew Cole was back there. Track was pretty latched up, so I knew it was going to be hard to pass. So I really focused more on hitting my marks rather than setting quick time there. So, yeah, we got to the lap traffic, got a little dicey, but I said hell with it, moved up, and it worked out. I got around them guys. I could feel Cole bumping me. So, yeah, everything worked out. Go on to tomorrow, see if we can outrun them again.
Well, Cale, congratulations. Good run. Ladies and gentlemen, the 15W of Cale Westover.
In the number 51W, that is Thomas Walp with the number 17A of Aaron Alley. In the 67S, that will be Peyton Zentgraf with the number 66K of Kobe Adams scheduled. Green flag in the air. We are racing into turn number 1. battle between Rob Bland and Brandon Decker up front. Decker has the horsepower into turn 3. Bland has the position on the bottom, but give it to Decker at the line. Braden Wyatt will move up into that third spot. He's going to try to run around Rob Bland for that second spot. He's got it down the backstretch. Josh Knoyer going down to the bottom side, and they're going to try to freight train Rob Bland. Bland is going to have to run the top, trying to get back in this top 3. Caution on the Speedway, the number 38. And as we send it, caution, he gets it back around. So Brandon Decker inches through 3 and 4. Caution light is out. We're going to go green this time. Cars up to speed. We're green. Braden Wyatt wastes no time. He goes down to the bottom. Brandon Decker up top, and Braden Wyatt going to make the pass for the race lead. Wyatt takes the lead through 3 and 4, and he's got Tyler Webb in tow down on the inside. Brandon Decker going to try to shut the door on the number 56W. He does not quite get there yet. But Brandon Decker going to keep the top side. He's one of the only cars that's really making that top side work. And by top side, it was through the middle that last lap, but he was the top side up front. Braden Wyatt will run back down to the bottom. Brandon Decker going all the way up to the wall. Tyler Webb sitting in that third spot. He's got Josh Knoyer all over the back bumper. Knoyer and Webb will go down to the bottom, and that is your battle for third. Peyton Zentgraf having all kinds of trouble in that number 67S. He just went through the infield. Knoyer taking his shot down the backstretch. We're going to go side by side for third. Josh Knoyer down into the inside. He will take the spot off turn number 4. Tyler Webb going to try to go back to him down on the inside. Now he's got the advantage to the bottom. Trevor Foley now throwing his name into the mix. He is right to the back bumper of Tyler Webb. Webb in that 4th spot. Foley has Jonathan Powers in tow. Powers started 8th. He's up to 6th. He's following Trevor Foley. Brandon Decker losing the bottom side once again, and Josh Knoyer gaining a lot of ground. Jonathan Powers now looking down on the inside of the number 4 of Foley. That is your battle for 5th. Knoyer finally makes the pass on the number 5 star of Decker. After trying for a few laps there, he will move up to 2nd. Now Tyler Webb trying to take advantage as Powers moves up into 5th. Braden Wyatt all by himself. Josh Knoyer in 2nd. Brandon Decker in 3rd. Tyler Webb looking down to the bottom of the number 5 star. They're going to try to go side by side for that position. Jonathan Powers now in the 5th spot, lurking behind the number 56W. Braden Wyatt trying to keep the separation between him and Josh Knoyer. We got a gaggle of cars behind them with Brandon Decker leading the way in that 3rd spot. Tyler Webb sitting in 4th with Jonathan Powers rounding out your top 5. Powers trying everything he's got on the number 56W. They're trying to battle it around. Braden Wyatt slowly but surely approaching lap traffic as the laps continue to tick down. 15 down now out of a scheduled 20. 5 to go as they approach lap traffic. This is where Knoyer wants the number 65. He's going to try to see if the 65 will get stuck behind lap traffic and try to freight train around him on the outside. With so much rubber down in a dry slick racetrack, it's going to be a tough move for the number 41. As everybody's relatively running down to the inside of the racing surface. Braden Wyatt has moved one lap car behind him as Josh Knoyer now working on Thomas Walp. That is the only lap car so far. Braden Wyatt having to go up the racetrack just a little bit to get around the number 46. We'll see if Knoyer can take advantage as Jason Alexander goes around in front of your leaders. He spins into the infield. 2 laps to go this time. Knoyer breathing down Wyatt's neck. Whoa, hard into the wall. Knoyer was right on the back bumper of the 65. He tags the wall. And that car is slowing through 3 and 4, handing the spot back to Brandon Decker. White flag is out. One more trip around as Knoyer comes to a stop at the top of 4. Caution. Caution on the white flag lap. Green flag in the air once again. We're going to try it over. Tyler Webb making a move down to the inside. He's going to try to look underneath the number 65. He does not quite get there yet. Tyler Webb going to look back down to the bottom once again. White flag is out. One more trip around. Braden Wyatt has made some advancements there up front. He's got about a 4-car advantage now as they head through 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag for Braden Wyatt, your A feature winner. Tyler Webb will come home second. Then it'll be Brandon Decker, Trevor Foley, and Jonathan Powers rounding out your top 5. Behind them,
Braden, you led this thing pretty much green to checkered. You know, you had some lap traffic there halfway through the race. Take us through what it was like trying to maneuver through such a thick field of lap traffic, top, bottom blocked off, and you had guys just absolutely chomping at the bit to get around you.
Yes, sir. So I knew the top wasn't much there, so I just stayed on the bottom and just kind of waited till I found some holes, and when I saw them, I took them.
Well, you had that late race restart. Were you worried about the 56 of Tyler Webb or anybody behind you on that last restart?
I honestly didn't know who was behind me, to tell you the truth.
Well, you aced the restart. You aced the A main. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, the 65 of Braden Wyatt.
12 laps scheduled distance. 3 left. Kevin Bourne going to take off and take the green. We're racing down into turn number 1. Cooper Tiefenthaler going to the high side. Kevin Bourne down on the inside. Bourne trying to hold on, and he does. Cooper Tiefenthaler will lead with Kevin Bourne in that second spot. Jacob Alford sitting in third. Cooper Tiefenthaler will lead Kevin Bourne, in that second spot. Trying to hold off the number 12A of Jacob Alford. 2 laps into a scheduled 12. Cadence Parker will be your leader. Kevin Bourne and Jacob Alford, the other 2 drivers in this one. Green flag in the air, we are underway. Cooper Tifatiller will lead down the backstretch. Kevin Bourne in that second spot. Jacob Alford going to move up to the high side, trying to make a move around the number 45. That is your battle for the second position. Kevin Bourne going to hold down on the inside. Jacob Alford giving a little bit of a nudge as they head down the backstretch. Cooper Tifatiller will continue to lead. Jacob Alford looking to the high side of the number 45 of Bourne. Bourne going to hold it down low. He gets a little sideways through 1 and 2. Alford trying to take advantage 4 laps in, as Cooper Tifatiller continues to stretch out this lead. Jacob Alford going to take it up top. Kevin Bourne running down on the inside, keeping it square down there. Jacob Alford continuing to look on the outside. Kevin Bourne on the inside. Bourne getting a little squirrely out of turn number 2, but keeps it going. Jacob Alford going to cut down into that second spot. Bourne will slide back to third as Cooper Tifatiller enters turn number 1, your race leader. Tifatiller almost a straightaway advantage on the number 12A as we approach lap number 8. Cooper Tifatiller absolutely dominating up front, as next time by they will see 2 laps to go. Two laps to go this time by for the number 4T as he enters turn number 1. Cooper Tifatiller running the top side to perfection in the youth tuner division. White flag is out. One more trip around for the youth tuners. He'll sail it down the backstretch for the final time through 3 and 4. Cooper Tifatiller will take the checkered flag and win the Youth Tuner A feature. Second will go to Jacob Alford. Third to Kevin Boren. Cadence Parker on the hand. Cooper Tifatiller on the top of the car. Here they come through 3 and 4, the EcoMod A feature. O.C. Hunt and Sean Kiley coming around to take the green. We are green. Sean Kiley going to go up on the high side. O.C. Hunt going to lead down through 1 and 2. Here comes Scotty Kelton down on the inside of the number 28K. They're going to go side by side. That is your battle for second. Scotty Kelton will move up into that second spot at the line, but Sean Kiley not going away just yet. Scotty Kelton holding strong down on the inside. Sean Kiley on the outside. They're going to go door to door off turn number 4. It is too close to call at the line, but now Scotty Kelton moving up into that spot. Sean Kiley will slide back to third. Sean Kiley jumping the cushion down through 3 and 4. As Scotty Kelton has approached your race leader. Scotty Kelton going to jump down to the bottom and try to run around the 13H. O.C. Hunt continues to lead up front in that number 13H, but Scotty Kelton all over the back bumper of that car. 5 laps into a scheduled 12. Scotty Kelton looked behind the number 13H. He had a run on him there shortly, but couldn't quite seal the deal. Jamie Hatcher has caught the number 28K of Sean Kiley. That will be a battle for third. Scotty Kelton looking down to the bottom of O.C. Hunt. Hunt continues to lead down to the inside. Driver the number 13H hugging the bottom. Scotty Kelton going to look to the high side now, and he's going to get right up to the back bumper, the number 13H. Scotty going to try to get underneath that car as we hit lap number 9. Down the back stretch. Scotty Kelton going to try the high side through 3 and 4. They're going to go side by side for the race lead. Kelton on the outside. O.C. Hunt on the inside. 2 laps to go this time. Scotty knows that it is now or never. O.C. Hunt holds the bottom. Kelton on the high side. He'll lead down into turn number 3. O.C. Hunt will battle back on the inside. White flag is out. One more trip around. Scotty Kelton crowds the number 13H down the back stretch. It's a drag race to turn 3. Kelton has the advantage. Can he make it stick? Off turn number 4 to the checkered flag. It'll be O.C. Hunt. Scotty Kelton will finish second. Then it will be the number 28K of Sean Kiley and the number 8.
Well, for those that are left, O.C. Hunt here in Victory Lane, here at Monarch Motor Speedway for your Eco Mod A main. O.C., you had to get it at the line. Man, take us through those last 2 laps when you were side by side with that 49.
Well, I could hear somebody on the outside, and I wasn't sure if it was him or Sean. So I just decided they're going to have to go on the top.
Well, you made them try to earn it, but they couldn't get it done. Congratulations, O.C. Hunt, Eco Mod A main winner. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in here at Monarch Motor Speedway. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see you all next time.